Good afternoon once again. Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you the second elimination game of the 2017 HCAC baseball tournament. It'll be the rematch between Mount St. Joe and Manchester. The two teams met yesterday, a back-and-forth contest before Manchester won it by a final of 7-6. When we come back, starting lineups are coming up in just a couple of moments. And again, the loser done for the year, the winner moves on to the championship round tomorrow. It's all coming up in just a moment. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Championships.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Mount St. Joe will come in at 23-19 on the season. Here's how they'll line up today. Matt Hoffman will lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. Batting second, the third baseman, Drew Werner. Hitting third, the first baseman, Roman Rothwell. Hitting in the cleanup spot, the left fielder, Nathan Hunter. Hitting fifth, the second baseman, Simon Schaefer. Hitting sixth and DHing, Garrett Hogan. Batting seventh and catching, Luke Bowman. Hitting eighth in right field, Nick Browning. And hitting ninth in center field, Kyrie Hawkins. So again, for Mount St. Joe, it'll be Hoffman, Werner, Rothwell, Hunter, Schaefer, Hogan, Bowman, Browning, and Hawkins. Zach Farmer going today. For Mount St. Joe, 4-0 with an ERA of 0.90. Meanwhile, Manchester coming in at 22-20. They'll go with Braxton Riley to lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. Taylor Zarensky will bat second. He'll be at first base. Tyler LaFollette will be in right field. He'll bat third. Chad Schultz in center field, hitting in the cleanup spot. Eric Nepper batting seventh. Or should say batting fifth and playing in left field. Joe Gallatin hitting sixth and DHing. Kevin Clark hitting seventh at third base. Matt Pritz will be catching today, batting eighth. And then Christian Smith, the number 9 hitter, and playing second base. So again, for Manchester, it's Riley, Zarensky, LaFollette, Schultz, Nepper, Gallatin, Clark, Pritz, and Smith. And it'll be Stephen Penarski going today. From Manchester, 3-2 on the year with an ERA of 4.55. The first pitch coming up in a few moments. It's the second elimination game of the day. We'll have it for you right here, the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament.
Hi, this is Troy Arangowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
By the way, Manchester, the higher of the two seeds, they will be the home team in this game here this afternoon. And as we mentioned, the right-hander going for the Spartans, it'll be Stephen Penarski. Penarski is going to give you his numbers on the year entering this game here today. This will be his 12th appearance, his 6th start of the season. 27 2/3 innings, giving up 32 hits, 22 runs, 14 of those earned. 20 strikeouts and 19 walks, again 3-2 with an ERA of 4.55. And so the right-hander getting the baseball in this elimination game here this afternoon. Mount St. Joe yesterday and Manchester battled back and forth. Ended up being a 7-6 ball game by the time it was all said and done. We had 2 one-run games to open up. Earlham knocked off Rose in the first game of the tournament, 4-3 in 10. Earlham will play the winner of this game tomorrow in the championship round. So here's Matt Hoffman to lead things off. In the first game, Hoffman went 0 for 2, a run scored, and had an RBI. We'll set that Manchester defense for you coming up in just a moment. And the first pitch in there for a strike, and we are underway. Here's the wind by Penarski in the pitch. Hit foul. And Hoffman quickly behind it, no balls and 2 strikes. Pritz behind the plate. Sinarski down at first, Smith at second, Riley at short, Clark at third. Nepper, Schultz, and LaFollette in the outfield for the Spartans from left to right. That pitch a little bit outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still have some high cloud cover here in Richmond, but soon we'll see the sunshine. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and this one hit to the right side. That's going to get through. So Hoffman with a leadoff single. And the Lions have a man on here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up Drew Werner. Werner 0 for 3 in their first game.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Drew Werner.
Home plate umpire came out from behind the plate. You saw him right there. I'm not sure he was talking to over on the Manchester dugout, but he's back again behind the plate, and Penarski set to throw. The right-hander comes set, and the pitch on the way is in there for strike 1. Lions played earlier today. They eliminated Rose-Hulman, the defending champions, by a final 3-1. The stretch and the pitch right down the middle for a strike. Nathan Hunter ended up getting the game-winning home run in that one. That was the difference in that ball game. Here's the pitch, hit foul. Another good cut by Werner, and will stay no balls and 2 strikes. Hoffman a lead at first base. The stretch again by Penarski. The pitch on the way, off the end of the bat, foul. So Werner will stay at 0-2. Penarski shakes off the sign from Pritz, now ready to throw. The pitch on the way, and it's low for a ball. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away for the right-handed hitting Drew Werner. Werner has an open stance from the right side as Penarski set to throw. Here's the pitch on the way. Fly ball into right field. LaFollette a few steps to his left as that ball continues to carry. He'll make the catch, and there is 1 away. And that'll bring up Roman Rothwell. Rothwell 1 for 3 yesterday. Had a run scored and drove in a run.
Roman Rothwell.
Manchester got out to an early 3-0 lead. Manchester tied it at 3 at the top of the 6th inning. Manchester came back with 2 more runs in the bottom half of the 6th. The stretch by Penarski, he'll step and look the runner back. And then Mount St. Joe scored 3 in the top of the 7th before Manchester scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th and won at 7-6. That pitch in there for a strike. So now the teams have met 4 times this year, and they have split those 4 meetings. Penarski comes set. The pitch on the way, that's grounded softly as the pitcher Penarski comes off the mound and flips it on to first. As Hoffman will advance on to second base, so 2 away. And that'll bring up Nathan Hunter. Hunter 2 for 5 yesterday. Had an RBI, scored a couple of runs, and again had a home run, an opposite field shot earlier today against the Engineers. So now Hoffman down at second base. Penarski comes set in the pitch. He is a called strike. Here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium, it's 310 down the left field line, 375 in the alleys, 390 dead center, 325 down the right field line, and a big lead down at second base by Hoffman. It'll draw the attention of Penarski. Light breeze blowing from left to right. Penarski checks the runner, the pitch on the way, and it's outside for a ball. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lions trying to get on the board first here in the top of inning number 1. The pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike. Pretty good pitch that time by Penarski. Hoffman with a lead at second. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reminder, the championship game tomorrow, the first, and hopefully the last, if you're an Earlham fan, will be at noon. The if necessary game tomorrow at 3:30. Here's the break-even pitch on the way. That one is hit to the second baseman. And Smith will throw into first, and that will do it. So the Lions will leave a man on here in the top of inning number 1. We will head to the bottom half of the first inning. Mount St. Joe nothing. Manchester coming to bat. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament.
It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems. Fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service. You get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770.
2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament brought to you by Harrington Oak Insurance. At Harrington Oak, they spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable because their focus is on insurance, and that's it. They're on top of industry changes and are a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal, life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Oak insures it. Give them a call at 962-9502 or go to their website, harringtonoak.com. Zach Farmer gets the call today in the second game for Mount St. Joe. His number is pretty impressive coming into this one. Farmer 4-0 on the year, 30 innings, 19 hits, 4 runs, only 3 earned, 33 strikeouts, and 10 walks. He has an ERA of 0.90.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Braxton.
So the Lions are hoping that Farmer can spin a little magic here against Manchester. Braxton Riley will lead things off. Riley, the shortstop. Yesterday, 2 for 5, and he even drove in a couple of runs against the Lions, and the first pitch is high for a ball. Riley, Zarensky, and LaFollette all due up here in the bottom of the first inning. The stretch by Farmer on the pitch is low for ball 2. Farmer again from the stretch, the pitch, and there's a strike. 2-1 out of Riley. Farmer will work from the stretch even with the bases empty, and the pitch on the way is popped up foul. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spartans man has 10 hits yesterday against Mount St. Joe. The Lions managing 9 hits. Farmer gets the sign from Bowman, comes set, and the pitch on the way is up high. And a full count. Bowman behind the plate. Rothwell is down at first. Schaefer at second. Hoffman at short. Werner at third. In the outfield, Hunter, Hawkins, and Browning from left to right. And they are straight away for the right-handed hitting Riley. The pitch hit into center field. Hawkins, a few steps in, makes the catch, one away. Here's Taylor Zarensky. Zarensky was 0 for 4 yesterday, had an RBI.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Taylor Zarensky.
Farmer gets the sign from Bowman. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled away. No balls and a strike now to Zarensky. The number 2 hitter. Time is called. This time the catcher Bowman will call time. Farmer with the pitch. And it's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the stretch again by Farmer, and the pitch hit foul. So Zarensky down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One away as we play here in the bottom of the first inning. Once again, Farmer set to throw the pitch on the way, and he missed low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Game number 3 for the Lions. The second game now for the Spartans. Hoping they can get a chance to meet Earlham tomorrow. Ground ball back up the middle. That hits off the mound. The shortstop, Herman, or should say Hoffman there, and he throws it away, but it would have been safe at first base anyway. As Zarensky will get credit for the infield single. So a man on, and here's Tyler LaFollette. LaFollette yesterday 0 for 4 with a run scored.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Tyler LaFollette.
So now Farmer will work with a base runner for the first time. And the pitch on the way. In there for strike 1. Short lead at first base by Zarensky. Here's the pitch, and there's another strike. So LaFollette quickly down 0-2. Again, Farmer comes set. Here's the pitch. And it's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stretch again by Farmer. Check of the runner and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a ball that was outside the strike zone, and LaFollette will strike out. And there's 2 away. And here's Chad Schultz. Schultz 2 for 3 in their previous meeting. Also had an RBI in the 7-6 win. See if Zarensky does anything at first. He'll stay put. Here's a high fly ball into right field. Browning is there, the center fielder coming over Hawkins, and Browning will squeeze that one for out number 3. And that'll do it for the Spartans in the first inning. They leave a runner on. We will head to the top half of inning number 2. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard,
No runs on
no
one
score.
failure.
This is
Then
the
a runner
2017
After
HCAC
one
Baseball
complete,
Tournament.
we have
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
We head inning number 2. It'll be Schaefer, Hogan, and Bowman all due up. Each team with a base hit. As Penarski back in, and the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Here's the wind and the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Riley will field in a low throw, and that'll get by Zanarski at first, and that'll be a throwing error on the shortstop Riley as he short hops that one at first base. 5 errors earlier today for Manchester against Earlham. That'll bring up Garrett Hogan, the DH.
Hitter, number 15, Garrett Hogan.
So the Lions will have their second base runner of the afternoon. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike. Every once in a while, you hear a little bit of wind around home plate as it continues to blow left to right. Clouds starting to blow out here as well and getting some sunshine. Here's the pitch. That one tapped over the mound. Charging is Smith. His only play is at first, and a close play. As Schaefer advancing on down to second base. And that'll bring up Luke Bowman.
Now to play the catcher, number 4, Luke Bowman.
Bowman did not play in yesterday's game. Getting the start here today behind the plate. He'll take that pitch for a strike. So Simon Schaefer down at second base. One away here in the second inning. The stretch by Penarski, the pitch. Late on his swing. He might have got a piece of it, though, as that one bounces up and hits him in the leg. So Bowman down, no balls, 2 strikes, and they'll give him a chance to recover. No, and 2 again to Bowman. Number 7 hitter in the lineup now for Mount St. Joe. Stretch by Penarski, and the pitch. Almost on the outside corner. Pretty good pitch right there by Penarski. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Penarski now gets the sign. A check of the runner. Time is called now by Bowman. Of course, the team coming out of this will play tomorrow, and you got to wonder how much you have left in the tank after using everything you can just to get back to that championship game. As that pitch low and outside. Of course, a lot of it will depend on how many pitchers and such you may have to use in this game just to get there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bowman back in. Penarski with the pitch. Popped up down the right field line, and that'll go out of play. We will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Bowman back in, Penarski. Checks the runner at second. A good lead at second base by Schaefer, and the pitch is high and outside. And we will go 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the idea again is you got to use everybody you have to survive one more game and then worry about all the other tomorrow. Penarski checks the runner. The pitch on the way, grounded down the line, fair ball. Schaefer rounding third. He will score. Bowman heading to second base as the left fielder Nepper able to run that one down deep in the corner, and the Lions get on top of this one 1-0 on the double by Bowman. Second hit now by Mount St. Joe.
Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Nick Browning.
Here is Nick Browning, the right fielder. That one right between the third baseman Clark and the third base bag. The pitch in there for a strike. So the first run of the ball game put on the board by the Lions here in the second inning. The pitch on the way is hit foul. And Browning by, no balls and 2 strikes. Lions are the number 3 seed and Manchester the number 2 seed. But again, they played evenly yesterday, and we wouldn't expect much else here today. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way is outside. Penarski, long look inside to Pritz. Here's the stretch, and the right-hander's pitch on the way is high and outside. So after jumping in front at 0-2, Penarski missing his target twice in a row. Browning yesterday 2 for 4 with a run scored. Stretch once again by Penarski. A check the runner in the pitch. Fly ball into center field. Bowman will tag at second, but he won't go anywhere. There are 2 away, and that'll bring up Kyrie Hawkins. Hawkins yesterday went 1 for 4 in that 7-6 loss.
Now batting the center fielder, number 7, Kyrie Hawkins.
So now Hawkins will step up from the left side with 2 away here in inning number 2. Penarski comes set, comes home with a pitch, and it's a called strike. Lions with 2 hits. Stretch again by Penarski. That one way off the end of the bat, foul in a late swing. And Hawkins now down, no balls and 2 strikes. Penarski ready to throw. The pitch on the way, grounded toward the third baseman Clark, and that'll be a foul ball. So we will stay at 0-2. Lions lead at 1-0. The RBI double by Luke Bowman. The difference so far here early in this one. That one tapped back to the mound. Penarski, high throw, and the first baseman able to come back down on the bag, and that could have been a big error right there, but the first baseman saving the potential error by Penarski. So there is 3 away, but a run scored by Mount St. Joe's. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Lions on top of this one, 1-0.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, They've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994.
2017 HCAC baseball being brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. Only $3.50. Friday it's the tuna, Saturday the Black Forest ham, and then Sunday the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh.
Now batting for the Spartans,
Nepper, Gallatin, and Clark.
4, Eric Nepper.
Lions on top, 1-0. Nepper facing Farmer for the first time in this one. The stretch and the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Nepper in the matchup yesterday, 1 for 3, drove in a run. Farmer comes, set the pitch. And a slow ball, 2. Now, so far, when you look at Farmer, gave up 1 hit to Zarensky in the first inning. That pitch in there for a strike, but so far he's been pitching behind the hitters early. Here's the stretch, and the 2-1 pitch hit well toward the second baseman. Schaefer up with it, throw to first, 1 away. Here's Joe Gallatin. Gallatin DHing like he did yesterday against Mount St. Joe.
25, Joe Gallatin.
2 for 4. Gallatin earlier against Earlham went 1 for 4, drove in a run, and that pitch in there for a strike. Manchester managing only 5 hits against the Quakers earlier this morning in that 9:30 contest. That pitch bouncing away from Bowman. And that'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Manchester may have played the worst defensive game they played in a long time. 5 errors in that game. And Earlham took advantage of just about every one of them. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Boy, high in the strike zone. Gallatin unable to hold back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gallatin out of Muncie Central. 1-2 is Gallatin back in, and Farmer will come set. Here's the pitch. Got him again. Another high pitch. And Gallatin will strike out. There's 2 away. Second strikeout now by Farmer. And that'll bring up Kevin Clark.
Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Kevin Clark.
Clark had a big day yesterday. 3 hits against the Lions. As Farmer ready to throw, and the pitch on the way, grounded to the left side. Diving will be Hoffman, and he knocks it down, but that'll be an infield base hit by Clark. So Clark now 4 hits in the 2 games against the Lions, and with 2 away, that'll bring up Matt Pritz. Pritz 0 for 3 with a run scored.
Now batting the catcher, number 29, Matt Pritz.
Pritz, not a really good hitting catcher, but he's pretty good defensively. He'll face Farmer now for the first time today, and the quick throw to first. Each team now with 2 base hits. Outfield will stay straight away for the right-handed hitting Matt Pritz. He is out of LaPorte, Indiana. And he'll take the pitch high. 1 ball and no strikes as we play here in the bottom of the second inning. Stretch again by Farmer. Short lead at first by Clark. And the pitch on the way to the plate is hit foul. And we'll go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Two away here in inning number 2 as the pitch by Farmer is way outside. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the stretch and the 2-1 pitch. Boy, that pitch high and inside, but Pritz will take a cut and miss, and it's 2-2. We saw LaFollette swing in a couple of pitches that were a little bit high in the zone. Sometimes you see that ball coming in. It's awful hard to lay off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's outside. And full count now to the catcher for the Spartans. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That means Clark will get a pretty good jump at first base. The stretch, the pitch. Hit well into left field, but right at Hunter, who is waiting there, makes the catch, and that'll do it. Hit well by Pritz, as the Spartans will leave a man on. And we will head to the top of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Mount St. Joe leading this one 1-0.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond. Or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Hoffman, Werner, and Rothwell. 1-0 Mount St. Joe on top. Each team with just 2 base hits so far, and Hoffman got one of those back in the first inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 9, Matt Hoffman.
Penarski waiting patiently, so Hoffman gets in. Penarski with the pitch, and a big cut and a miss. Here's the 0-1. That one bouncing away from Pritz. And the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the winner advances to tomorrow. The loser will see their season end. That one hit foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hear that wind every once in a while blowing around home plate as this one is grounded back up the middle. Riley near the bag, off balance throw and a low throw. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice play by the first baseman as Zarensky saved another error there by Riley. 1 away. And here's Werner.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Drew Werner.
Werner flew out his first time up. And the pitch is high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Zarensky earlier had that low throw. by Riley. Was unable to dig that one out, but this time Zarensky saved him. 2 balls, no strikes. Penarski with the sign, the leg kick, and the pitch. Grounded foul. And we'll go to 2 balls and a strike. Starting to see more sunshine again as that breaking pitch stays up high. Tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day if you get a chance to. Come on out to the ballpark. See some college baseball tomorrow, the championship round. As that pitch inside, that'll be ball 4. First walk given up by Penarski. And with a runner on base, that'll bring up Roman Rothwell. He's 0 for 1.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23.
Tomorrow's supposed to be
Rothwell.
in the 70s. Boy, next week we're talking about 80s. Here in the Midwest, we haven't seen that in a while. Penarski with a pitch. That's off his fist and fouled away. Rothwell had that one. If that was a wooden bat, it probably saws him off. Penarski coming inside with the first pitch. See what he does here. It's on the way and right down the middle. Quickly jumps ahead of Rothwell with no balls and 2 strikes. Werner down at first. Again, neither one of these two teams a very effective running team in the stolen base department, as this one has popped up to the right side in foul territory and goes into the bullpen. Zarensky gave it a look as long as he could. Again, there's not much room down the foul lines in foul territory. 0-2 to Rothwell. Penarski set, and the pitch. Runner at first starts to take off, but a ground ball hit to the second baseman, Schaefer, and do we have a play at second, and he's out. Boy, I tell you what, Schaefer, take that back. Smith got it off to Riley in time, but he nearly dropped that one. They'll get Werner as Rothwell will reach on the fielder's choice. And with 2 away, here's Nathan Hunter.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Nathan Hunter.
Well, Manchester coming off a 5-error ball game earlier. This one is grounded toward the third baseman, Clark. He will charge and throw, and that will do it. We will head to the bottom half. Should say the top half of the 4th inning, excuse me. And right now, 1-0 Mount St. Joe on top. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
And the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament being brought to you by Square Donuts of Richmond. Whether it's a delicious breakfast, afternoon treat, or midnight snack, everyone loves the taste of Square Donuts of Richmond. Enjoy their huge cinnamon rolls or any of the other crowd favorites, including maple bacon, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo cream, pumpkin spice, and more. They're voted the #1 donut in the entire state. Proud to be your favorite donut shop, home to the best donuts in town and the only squares around, Square Donuts of Richmond. Here I said a little bit ago we were heading to the top of the 4th, actually bottom half of the 3rd.
Number 11, Christian Smith.
And it'll be Christian Smith, followed by Riley and Zarensky. Smith seeing his first pitch now as that one is in there for a strike. Each team with 2 hits. Farmer comes set the pitch. Low and outside. Here's the pitch by Farmer. That's a called strike. Smith yesterday 0 for 1. Walked twice, scored a run in that 7-6 win. Here's the 1-2 pitch, grounded back up the middle. Hoppin, the shortstop, throw to first in time, one away. Here's Braxton Riley. Riley flew out in the first inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Braxton Riley.
Now Farmer, so far, he is throwing well, just 2 base hits. Again, his sub-1 ERA so far is proving to be no fluke, at least at this point. 1 ball, no strikes to Riley. Stretch again by Farmer. Here's the pitch. Fly ball into right field. Browning now shading his eyes, and he'll make the catch. There's 2 away. First time we've had to maybe see a little bit of that with no sunshine for the last day or so. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Taylor Zarensky.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Taylor Zarensky.
Zarensky singled in the first inning. Farmer gets the sign from Bowman. Here's the pitch, and it's inside ball 1. Farmer set to throw again. Here's the pitch. And that one missing low. 2 balls, no strikes. That one could not have missed by a whole lot. Certainly from a in-out location, that was right spot on, but apparently a little bit low. That pitch on the way and almost the same location. And we'll go to 3-0. Farmer's gone 3-ball count on 3 hitters. There's a strike. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's ball 4. So Zarensky on for the second time. That is the first walk by Farmer.
Now at the plate, the right fielder, number 3, Tyler LaFollette.
LaFollette steps up. He struck out back in the first inning. So now the Spartans with a base runner here in the third. The pitch on the way is in there for a strike, caught the outside corner. Bottom half of inning number 3. The stretch again by Farmer. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and chopped foul and right in front of the Manchester dugout. Will go to no balls, 2 strikes. The stretch by Farmer. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and LaFollette strikes out for the second time. As Manchester will leave a man on, we will head to the top half.
We are headed to the
inning number 4.
1-0.
And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe on top of this one, 1-0.
Hey, Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for, like, the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3.
We move along as we will head to the fourth. It's Schaefer, Hogan, and Bowman. Well, so far, this one moving along quickly, just not a whole lot of hitting and very little scoring, as Ponarski's pitch is a called strike. Schaefer reached on an error. He scored the game's only run back in the second inning. Here's the wind in the 0-1. Off-speed pitch drops in for a strike. So now Schaefer behind at 0-2. Here's the pitch. This one popped up foul. And we'll stand no balls and 2 strikes. Ponarski again with the 0-2. Missing outside. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one lifted high into left center field. Coming over on the run will be Schultz to make the catch, and there's one away. And with 1 out, here's Garrett Hogan.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 15, Garrett Hogan.
Hogan 0 for 1, grounded out in the second. And the pitch by Ponarski swung on and hit foul. Pretty good cut that time by Hogan. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Took something off that one, and Hogan way out in front. And he also is quickly down no balls and 2 strikes. Ponarski with a pitch again, and this one a breaking ball hit down the right field line. This will go foul. Ponarski did a nice job trying to get there, and LaFollette had a long way to go. It'll stay in the ballpark, but again a foul ball, and will stay no balls and 2 strikes. Hogan back in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul, and Hogan will stay alive at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 again. Breaking ball bouncing in front of the catcher, Pritz. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High and outside. And the count even at 2-2 as we'll see Hogan step back in and Ponarski set to throw. Here is the break-even pitch on the way. And that one hit foul. This time he'll take it to the left side. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mount St. Joe playing back-to-back. Of course, this Manchester team had to play earlier today and then hang around. Here's a ground ball hit to the first baseman. As Urensky will step on the bag. There are 2 away, and that'll bring up Luke Bowman.
Now at the plate, the catcher, number 4, Luke Bowman.
Bowman double, drove in a run in the second inning. So Bowman will get his second look at Ponarski, and the pitch on the way drops in for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Hit foul. And Bowman down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch, just off the outside corner. Konarski thought he had a strikeout. He was on his way to the dugout. We'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one a little bit high as Pritz tried to frame that one. And now 2-2. Podolsky gets the sign. Here's the break-even pitch, and this one lifted high in the air to left field. Nepper is there. He will squeeze that one, and that will do it for the Lions here in the 4th inning. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 4 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Mount St. Joe on top of this one, 1-0.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry, everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
We will head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Manchester trailing this one 1-0. They'll bring Schultz, Nepper, and Gallatin to the plate. And so far, the right-hander for Mount St. Joe, Zach Farmer. No runs and just 3 hits.
Number 5, Chad
Take that
Schultz.
back, 2 hits and 1 walk through 3 innings. And the pitch on the way is low and outside, ball 1. Schultz flew out back in the 1st inning. The stretch by Farmer and the pitch. That's hit foul. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike as we play here in inning number 4. Manchester, if they win, they go to 23-20, and we'll play again tomorrow. That one hit foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, Mount St. Joe looking for their 24th win. And again, they too want to advance to that championship round tomorrow. There's a breaking ball, and that's just inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The stretch and the pitch hit well right at the third baseman, Werner. As he takes it on the hop, throws to first, gets the out, 1 away. And that'll bring up Eric Nepper. So the Spartans continue to struggle trying to find a base hit somewhere in here. They've gotten 2 singles. That's been it. You're talking about one of the better hitting teams in the HCAC, but so far Zach Farmer's had their number as that pitch low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nepper, he is 0 for 1. Again, only 5 hits earlier today by Manchester's. That pitch is high. And just 2 hits here. And there's some of their numbers coming in. Again, Earlham had some pretty big numbers coming into this tournament as well, and Manchester right there as that pitch is outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Spartans, a team that were hitting well over 300. 3 balls, no strikes. Nepper back in, the pitch by Farmer. And he misses in 4 straight to the left-handed hitting Eric Nepper. And that'll bring up Joe Gallatin. Spartans get their second walk out of Farmer.
Hitter number 25, Joe Gallatin.
Gallatin struck out back in the second inning. But now a man on as Farmer has been working from the stretch since the start of this one, and that pitch way outside. That is 5 straight balls now by Zach Farmer. And when you're struggling, the hitters have a tendency to let you struggle as long as they possibly can. As Gallatin back in. Here's the pitch, and it's up high. That's 6 in a row. And that will bring Bowman out from behind the plate to talk to Farmer. And we'll also get a visit to the mound from their pitching coach. Want to remind you, today's broadcast being brought to you in part by Harrington Oak Insurance. At Harrington Oak, they spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable because their focus is on insurance, and that's it. They're on top of industry changes and are a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Hoke insures it. Give them a call at 962-9502 or go to their website, harringtonhoke.com. Well, after 6 straight pitches between Nepper and Gallatin, pitching coach coming out, Bowman going out as well. They'll try to get Farmer refocused. Right-hander comes set on the pitch, and this one in there for a strike. Farmer shakes off that sign from Bowman. Now comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And all of a sudden you're down 2 balls, 2 strikes at one point. If you're Gallatin, you're ahead 2-0, and a right-hander who was struggling. The stretch again by Farmer. And the pitch on the way. Got him. Boy, what a way to come back for Farmer. He'll get Gallatin for the second time. 2 away, and here's Kevin Clark.
Now at the plate, the third baseman, number 12, Kevin Clark.
Clark reached on an infield base hit back in the second inning. Boy, Farmer, give him credit. He was struggling there for the 2 hitters. That one in the dirt, and heading on down to second will be Nepper. That's a wild pitch. Well, first wild pitch by Farmer. And now the Spartans have a runner in scoring position with 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll go back to Farmer again. You're struggling. You walk Nepper in 4 straight. You're 2-0 on Gallatin, and then you come back and strike him out. There's a swing and a miss. And the count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Farmer gets the sign. A time is called. One and one to Clark. Again, Farmer will come set. He'll check the runner at second. And the pitch on the way to the plate. Fly ball down the right field line, and that will go out of play. Browning a long run in right field. We'll go to 1 and 2. Clark, he got his base hit on the first pitch he saw back in the second inning. And he has Nepper down at second base. And again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Farmer taking too long. Clark will step out. Now Farmer trying to get 1 more right here. He'll again look at the runner at second base. The pitch hit off the end of the bat, foul by Clark. So Clark will stay alive for at least one more pitch. Yeah, pitch on the outside corner. Farmer trying to sneak that one by Clark. Again, Farmer will come set. Here's the late kick and the pitch, and got him as well. That's some pretty good pitching right there by Farmer. When you were struggling and you threw 6 straight balls, you come back, you get Gallatin and Clark both to strike out, and Manchester will leave a runner in scoring position. We will head to the 5th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 1-0 Lions on top.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Browning, Hawkins, and Hoffman all due up as we move to the top half of inning number 5.
Right fielder, number 10, Nick Browning.
Browning 0 for 1, flew out to center field back in the 2nd inning. Well, I don't think any of us expected this game right now, and of course it could change quickly. With 1 run and just a combined 4 hits. Pitches high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. But we'll also venture to say they're both probably getting a little tired at about this point. Plenarski with the pitch, popped him up, and Pritz will give it a look as that'll go out of play. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Browning hitting in the number 8 hole. With Hawkins on deck, here is the 1-1 pitch, and he'll lay down the bunt, and that's going to be a foul ball. So we'll bring Browning back. And the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a bad idea that time by Browning. He's pretty lucky that ball hit him in the batter's box and didn't catch him outside the box. So 1-2 as Plenarski waits for Browning to get back in. Here we go. Here is the 1-2 pitch. That one hit back up the middle. Riley makes the stop and then can't make the throw. So the Lions will have a man on. They're going to score that a base hit. And here's Hawkins. Lions pick up their 3rd base hit.
The center fielder, number 7, Kyrie Hawkins.
Hawkins 0 for 1. He tapped it back to Plenarski's first time up. 3rd baseman Clark will come in a couple of steps as the bunt laid down, and the pitcher Plenarski bobbled it, and his only play will be at first base. That'll be a sacrifice, getting Browning to second. I'm not so sure if maybe Plenarski fields that one cleanly. But he may not have a look at second base to get Browning. Here's Matt Hoffman. Hoffman singled in the 1st inning, grounded out in the 3rd. So now the Lions with a runner in scoring position here in the 5th inning. The stretch and the pitch. It's a called strike. You know, sometimes when you look at a pitcher like Plenarski trying to hurry up and field that baseball and trying to make a clean throw, as this one has popped up into shallow center field, coming in quickly will be Schultz. He'll make the catch. And Browning will stay at second base. That's a big out of your leadoff hitter in Hoffman. And that'll bring up Werner.
At the plate, the third baseman, number 11, Drew Werner.
Werner walked in the third, flew out back in the first inning. This will be the third runner that has gotten to second base for the Lions, and all three may be stranded. Here's the stretch by Penarski, and he'll look the runner back. Well, Penarski's thrown well here today. As we mentioned, Farmer, but give Penarski some credit as well, as the right-hander has held this team in check, but that one's hit into the left center gap. That's going to score the run as Browning will cross the plate. Heading to second base is Werner. He'll slide in with an RBI double, and it's now 2-0. Werner with his first base hit in this ball game, and none bigger so far with a double.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23.
And here's Rothwell. Fourth base hit now for the Lions. Rothwell 0 for 2. Penarski comes set, the pitch on the way, and a breaking ball falls in for a strike. And we just talked about Penarski throwing well, gives up the double. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and that bounces in front of Pritz. They will appeal to see if the hitter Rothwell went around. They say he did not. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Two away here in the 5th inning. The stretch and the pitch. Here's that breaking ball again. Rothwell laying off that one. I think he thought that was too high, but now falls down on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Penarski checks the runner, and another breaking pitch hit foul. Werner with a lead at second base. Penarski shakes off that sign. Now comes set. And the pitch. Ground ball left side. The third baseman, Clark. Throw off the line at first, tag laid on. And another nice play by the first baseman, Zarensky, as he lays the tag and saves another error. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 5, but a run across for the Lions. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Lions on top, 2-0.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Head of the bottom half of inning number 5, it's Pritz, Smith, and Riley. As we will go 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Pritz lined out his first time up. And the stretch by Farmer and the pitch is low for ball 1. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. That one in there for a strike, 2-1. Farmer gets the sign for Bowman, the pitch on the way, and that's on the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Pritz. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, and that one will be fouled off, so Prince will stay alive. And Manchester still trying to get that offense going. 5 hits earlier today, just 2 hits in this one. The pitch, swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts in a row now by Farmer. And here's Christian Smith. Smith grounded out back in the 3rd inning.
Number 11, Christian Smith.
6 strikeouts now by Farmer. And right now, Farmer back in focus. That pitch in there for a strike. He struggled against Nepper and started to struggle against Gallatin with those 6 straight balls, but since that short meeting, he is back on track. The stretch and the pitch on the way, low and inside. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Up high. Smith able to lay off that pitch. And we'll go to 1-2. Line outfield straight away here for Christian Smith. That pitch high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lions have not had a hit since back in the 2nd inning. And there's another swing and a miss. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. Fly ball, and that'll go out of play. We'll stay at 2-2. Here's the delivery on the way. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman Schaefer throws to first. I should say Rothwell grabs that one. They're 2 away. Here's Braxton Riley. Riley's 0 for 2. He's flown out twice.
Shortstop, number 7, Braxton Riley.
So after the walk to Nepper, that's 4 in a row, including 3 strikeouts for Farmer. And the right-hander set to throw again. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Well, sometimes when you're not hitting the baseball as well as you'd like, you start pressing a little bit. You kind of get the feeling that's what's happening right now with Manchester as that pitch high and outside, 1-1. Here is the 1-1 delivery on the way, low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. They're not a team that's used to not hitting and scoring runs, but that has happened to them so far here today in the 2 games. This one hit into right center field. On the run is Hawkins, diving, can't come up with it. That'll be extra bases for Riley as he'll run into second with a stand-up double. Good effort by Hawkins in right center field. And so the Spartans finally get an extra base hit, only their 3rd hit
Now batting the first baseman,
of the game,
13,
and here's Zarensky. Zarensky singled in the 1st inning, walked in the 3rd. Farmer with the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. Again, that's their first base hit since Kevin Clark singled back in the 2nd inning. The stretch and the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Hoffman. Throw to first in the double. Wasted by Manchester here in the 5th inning. And we will head to inning number 6 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
runners and a runner
It
left
is
on.
2-0. Lions on top.
Lions lead 2-0.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
Top half of inning number 6. It'll be Hunter, Schaefer, and Hogan.
Left fielder number 6, Nathan Hunter.
Hunter 0 for 2. Hit a home run earlier today in the other elimination game against Rose Holman as that pitch drops in for a strike. So far, combined 7 hits. The pitch low and outside. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball off the leg of Penarski. The throw to first is wide. And that one smarts as Penarski had that one go right off his leg. So now the Lions have a man on. I would imagine they'd give him a base hit on that just because it went off of Penarski's leg, even though the throw was wide at first base, and now they'll go out and check to make sure he's okay. And he's saying it hit him on the back of the right leg. So Schaefer steps up. Schaefer 0 for 2, reached on an error back in the second inning. So now man on here in the top of inning number 6. Here's the stretch, and the throw inside gets away from the catcher Pritz. Advancing to second is Hunter. And that should be a wild pitch on Penarski. So now the Lions have a runner in scoring position here in inning number 6. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Schaefer was turning to lay down a bunt, and that pitch just came too far inside, and nothing that time that Pritz could do. First baseman will step in, playing close, try to take the bunt away on the third base side. As Penarski gets the sign, and the shortstop Riley getting behind the runner at second base, but no throw. Well, ideally, Zarensky again at first base will try to take the bunt away, and if Schaefer's going to bunt, he wants to go to that side. Here's the pitch, bunts it in the air, and that's a bad effort that time by Schaefer as he bunts that one in the air. Making the catch is Penarski, and that's a big out. So there's one away. Boy, if you're going to try to bunt, you got to lay that thing down.
Hitter, number 15,
here's Hogan.
Hogan.
Worst thing you can do is put that ball in the air and make an easy out, as Hogan will step to the plate 0 for 2. So now Penarski can go to work here on Garrett Hogan. Checks the runner at second, and the pitch. Breaking ball stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch again by Penarski, and the pitch hit well into center field. Schultz coming over, makes the catch. He'll try to double the runner up at second base, but Hunter back in time. So 2 away, and here's Bowman. Bowman doubled back in the second inning and flew out in the fourth.
Luke Bowman.
Well, for Penarski and the Manchester Spartans, it would be big to leave Hunter down at second base. And yet another runner in scoring position for Mount St. Joe as that pitch comes inside. 1 ball, no strikes now to Bowman. There is a right-hander throwing in the Manchester bullpen. Ground ball stopped by Clark. Can he pick it up? No. Hunter will advance to third. And Bowman they will call that an error on the third baseman, Clark. So the second error now by Manchester. And that will bring Nick Browning to the plate. Still 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning.
Nick Browning.
So now we'll see a visit to the mound as Pritz will go out. They'll talk with Penarski. And we mentioned there's a right-hander throwing in the Manchester bullpen. We'll have a meeting now. The entire infield will come in. So again, runners at first and third, and we want to remind you that tonight's game and the entire tournament brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. With it being Friday, it's the tuna, Saturday the Black Forest ham, and then Sunday the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Well, this also from a coaching standpoint, you're talking about Penarski and what he's going to do pitching-wise, and also what he do with the baseball right here, again with 2 outs. Time's going to be called as you see Pritz will come out and flash a series of signs. Lions still doing this with just 4 base hits. The pitch. Fly ball into center field. Schultz on the run will make the catch, and that'll do it. So another inning in which Mount St. Joe will leave runners in scoring position. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 6. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it is 2-0. Lions on top.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
There's only one place to go on the web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. It's easy, it's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clicking awesome.
We will head to the bottom half of inning number 6. Farmer back in for another inning of work. He'll go with LaFollette, Schultz, and Nepper. So far, you're looking at 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Lions. Manchester, no runs and 3 hits and 2 errors. LaFollette has had a rough day today, and he has struck out twice.
At the plate, the right fielder, number 3, Tyler LaFollette.
LaFollette 0 for 5 between the 2 games as Farmer with the pitch in there for a strike. Stretch again by Farmer, and the pitch hit foul. So Tyler behind now, no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the stretch by Farmer, and the pitch hit foul. Another good cut that time by LaFollette. And we'll stay at 0-2. Struck out back in the first and struck out in the third. Stretch again, as we'll see Bowman set up on the outside corner, and he didn't miss that one by a whole lot, and Bowman tried to bring that ball back across the plate. And we'll go to 1-2. And here's the 1-2 pitch. And bouncing in front of Bowman. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, now you're looking at a short turnaround time again for tomorrow. Noon start time for the championship round, as this one is hit foul. And we'll stay at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. LaFollette back in, and Farmer looks in to get the sign from Bowman. Here's the pitch, and that misses low. Both bullpens quiet at the moment. Right now, Lions hoping that Farmer can get them the win here tonight, as that one is swung on and missed. And LaFollette strikes out. He has the hat trick. His 3rd strikeout. And with 1 away, here is Schultz.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Chad Schultz.
7 strikeouts now by Farmer. Schultz is 0 for 2. He is grounded out. He is flown out. And Farmer right now really containing this Manchester offense, as that pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Kyle Gorman earlier today did a pretty good job against Manchester. That one's fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kyle for Earlham went 8 innings, struck out 7, gave up just the 5 hits and only 1 walk. As now Farmer, with the pitch on the way, stays up high, 2-1. And boy, the old adage about good pitching will always shut down good hitting, and that's been the case today for this Manchester ball club, as they're having a difficult time getting anything going, as that one is hit foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And they're still within striking distance of this one, but they got to get some guys on base and do it pretty quick. I would imagine Mount St. Joe's going to keep Farmer in if they have to get a complete game. This one hit to the right side. That'll get through for a base hit. So Schultz will single, and the Spartans have a man on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Eric Nepper. Base hit number 4 now for the Spartans.
Number 4, Eric Nepper.
Nepper grounded out in the 2nd inning. He walked in the 4th. Stretch again by Farmer in the pitch. Up high, ball 1. Still have to go back to that 4th inning. Nepper walked on 4 straight pitches. And then Farmer fell down to Gallatin. 2 balls and no strikes, as that pitch is outside. They had a meeting. Catcher Bowman went out. The pitching coach came out, and then all of a sudden, Farmer was back on track and struck out the last 2 to end the inning. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. 2-1 now to Nepper. Not only did Farmer get those 2 strikeouts, he struck out the first hitter in the 5th inning. Gave up that double to Riley and then got Zarensky to ground out easily. There's a swing, and that one hit foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Nepper back in. Farmer set to throw. Short lead by Schultz at first. He'll take an extra step as Farmer comes set the pitch. Knocked down by Bowman. Schultz not taking any chances when you're down 2-0. So now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gallatin on deck. He has struck out twice and not hoping to join the La Follette club of striking out 3 times. Runner takes off. That one is swung on and hit foul. Well, Spartans tried to get something going right there, and Schultz got a good jump down at first base. So now a guessing game is Nepper at 3-2. What will he get right here from Farmer? Here is the payoff pitch on the way. This one hit into center field. Base hit. Making the turn at second was Schultz. He'll hold up there as Hawkins quickly to the baseball in shallow center. So now back-to-back base hits, and that'll bring up Joe Gallatin. Spartans with their 5th hit now out hitting Mount St. Joe 5-4.
Joe Gallatin.
So here's Gallatin. Always a dangerous hitter here for the Spartans. Again, with 2 strikeouts, he and La Follette have struck out a combined 5 times. The stretch by Farmer and the pitch is a breaking ball that stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Spartans threatening again here in inning number 6. They've had, in the last 2 innings, runners stranded at second. There's a swing and a miss. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. They got Nepper to second in the 4th inning. They got Riley to second in the 5th inning and failed to score either time. Farmer gets the sign from Bowman. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way, bouncing in front of Bowman. 2 balls and a strike. And now we'll see some movement in the Mount St. Joe bullpen. Runners will get their leads at first and second. Longer look this time by Farmer. Now gets the sign, checks the runner at second. And the pitch on the way to the plate off the end of the bat foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Gallatin. Looks like that's Malik Zuberi once again. We saw Zuberi just briefly in the last game. Only threw to 2 hitters. And then they finished it out with Hoffman, the closer. Throw back to second, tag laid on, and not in time, but a close play almost got Schultz. It's a pretty close play right there, and Schultz lucky to get back in. So now Farmer set to go to work again on Gallatin. Here's the pitch, and it's hit foul. Good job by Gallatin as he hangs tough. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I would venture to say you'll probably see Hoffman again if they can get into the 7th, possibly 8th inning, and Hoffman got a save earlier today, and they'll try to get him back in again if possible. The stretch. Farmer again a check of the runner and the pitch, and this one hit well into left field, and that's going to go over the head of Hunter. Schultz will round third. He will score. Nepper on his way to third, and that'll be an RBI double by Gallatin, and it's a 2-1 ball game. You know, for the Spartans, that'll maybe get them going. So here is Kevin Clark. And we have another visit to the mound. As we mentioned, there is a right-hander throwing as Zuberi is in the bullpen. They've had one meeting. That was back in the 4th inning. As Farmer giving up a run here in the 6th. His ERA is again sub-1, so he gives up 1 run. It's well above his average. Here's Clark. Singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th inning. Elimination game number 2 of the day.
Now at the plate, third baseman, number 12, Kevin Clark.
So now Clark has runners at 2nd and 3rd. 1 away in the inning. This one hit to right field. Browning going back on it. That'll be deep enough to score the run. As Nepper will cross the plate. No throw to 3rd. And we're tied at 2 apiece. Sacrifice fly by Kevin Clark. Gallatin on to 3rd, and here's Pritz. And how
now
the game can change
catcher, number 29,
in
Matt
such a short amount of time. So 2 runs across, and we have a new game. Pritz 0 for 2. The pitch. And drops in for a strike. As we mentioned before, the winner will go to the championship round on Saturday. Here's the pitch. That's hit foul. The loser will pack up, and the coaches will think about their recruiting and what they'll do next year. No balls, 2 strikes. Gallatin with the lead down at 3rd. The stretch by Farmer. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now we'll do it as Pritz will strike out for the 2nd time, but 2 runs across. We will head to the top
2
half
runs across the plate on
of inning number 7.
And a runner left stranded.
And on the Wesley
We
Bates
get into
Wealth
the
Management
7th
scoreboard,
inning, tied at
we're
2.
tied at 2 apiece. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament.
At Richmond Power and Light, we're committed to Richmond. We've been a part of this community for over 114 years. We're not part of some big energy conglomerate, and we don't answer to out-of-town stockholders. Instead, we are accountable to you. And just like you, we want what's best for our hometown. That means you can count on us to provide reliable electricity at low rates. We are Richmond Power and Light, your hometown electric utility, building Richmond a better tomorrow. Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at tonyscarsales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
Hawkins will lead things off for the Lions here in the top of inning number 7. And we're tied at 2 apiece as Penarski set to throw, bunted 3rd base side. Penarski will field and throw a low throw, and that'll get away from the first baseman, Zarensky. And so Hawkins safe at first. I would imagine that would be an error on the pitcher. So the first error for Mount St. Mount should say for the 3rd error on Manchester. Puts a runner on base, and here is Matt Hoffman. Hoffman 1 for 3. The stretch by Penarski, and time is called. Third baseman Clark in close. Stretch again by Penarski. And time is called again. Time again, as we'll see Pritz go out. He and Penarski not on the same page. Now we'll see if the Lions can get something here for Hawkins to work with down at first base. Penarski comes set. Here's the pitch. Bunted third base side. Penarski gets out of the way as Clark will field and throw. They'll get the out. The sacrifice is successful for Hoffman. So with one away, here is Werner. So now Hawkins at second.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Drew Werner.
Werner doubled back in the fifth inning. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And the Lions again have the go-ahead run at second base. The pitch on the way is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Penarski comes set the pitch. Popped up foul. And the count 1-1 now to Werner. Game is getting shorter as we go, and we'll afford to have mistakes at this point in the ball game as they step off, and neither the second baseman Smith or Riley was headed back to the bag as Hawkins may have been caught. He was kind of leaning on his way toward third, and boy, Mount St. Joe doesn't want to get a runner taken off the base paths right now as that one is hit foul. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lions have had 4 different base runners in scoring position, and right now Hawkins is number 5, 4 that have been stranded. Pitch is high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mentioned there's a right-hander at least at one point warming up for the Spartans in their bullpen. This one is hit into center field. Schultz is there, and Hawkins will tag, but he'll stay at second base. 2 away. And here's Rothwell. Rothwell 0 for 2, actually 0 for 3.
Number 23, Roman Rothwell.
Did reach on a fielder's choice back in the third inning. So now Podarski ready to get out of this one with out the run scoring. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Still a right-hander throwing as Zuberi throwing in the bullpen for Mount St. Joe. That pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. So I wonder if Farmer is done for the day. Stretch again by Penarski. The pitch. That's a strike. And Rothwell down to 1-2. Penarski checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. And that one fouled by Rothwell. He got just a piece of it. Hannibal stayed 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hawkins a lead at second. He represents the go-ahead run. Penarski gets the sign from Pritz. Here's the pitch on the way. Popped him up. Second baseman Smith coming in. Riley coming in. And now the third baseman Clark will call everyone off. And Clark will make the catch. And that'll do it for the Lions here in the top half of inning number 7. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We're tied at 2 apiece.
Stretch, and we are tied.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Troy Dargowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
Head to the bottom of the seventh inning. It's Smith, Riley, and Zarensky all due up. And by the way, Farmer back in for another inning of work. Gave up 2 runs in the 6th inning, and his first pitch swung on and missed. Smith 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And he falls behind quickly. No balls and a strike. Check swing. And Smith now down 0-2. The stretch and the 0-2 pitch. That one bouncing. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Farmer again will come set the pitch, and another one bouncing in front of Bowman. And we'll go 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zuberi continues to throw for the Lions. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, and that one missing low again. Boy, all 3 right in front of Bowman. And we have a full count now on Christian Smith. The stretch again by Farmer, and the pitch. Grounded toward the third baseman, Werner. Is a low throw, but dug out at first base by Rothwell, and there's one away. That'll bring up Riley. Riley 1 for 3 as he doubled back in the 5th inning.
Down batting the shortstop, number 7, Braxton Riley.
Now Riley steps in with 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Farmer comes sat on the pitch, and that one over the head of Riley. Well, here's now the situation where you wonder who's going to break first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 1 away, bottom of the 7th. This has not been one of those games that's been action-packed, I'll tell you that for sure. Just haven't had a whole lot to go on. Here's the delivery on the way, and it's inside, 2 balls and a strike. But in defense of both teams, you're probably getting a little tired about now. Tournament like this can take its toll eventually. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That's why the team that gets in that championship game first can get plenty of rest and watch the other teams battle it out for the remainder of the day after that early contest today at 9:30. The break-even pitch on the way. That one's hit into left center field for a base hit. So Braxton Riley with his second hit. And here is Zarensky. Zarensky singled back in the first, walked in the third, grounded out in the 5th inning. 7th base hit now by the Spartans. Farmer ready to go once again. The runner at first takes off the pitch inside. The throw down to second. Gets away from Schaefer. And that'll be a stolen base by Riley. So now the Spartans will have a man in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Zarensky barely got out of the way of that pitch as it came high and tight off the right-hander Farmer. Spartans have left a couple of runners in scoring position in this game as well, and we talked about that with Mount St. Joe as that one's fouled away. And that'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowman out to talk with Farmer again. Now, I'll tell you what, we already know that Zuberry's ready to go. He's been throwing for the last couple of innings down in the Lion bullpen. So Riley with a lead at second base. And again, Farmer, long look, now gets the sign. He'll come set, checks the runner and the pitch. Hit foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. La Follette is on deck. Again, 1 out here in the 7th inning. Farmer working a lot quicker earlier, now gets the sign and the pitch. The breaking ball high and inside. And again, he came back strong in that 4th and 5th innings, but he has not been the same since he got hit around a little bit in inning number 6. Now the right-hander set to throw and the pitch on the way, and that one comes inside and hits him. So Zarensky will take one for the team. He'll hit on down to first base, and that'll bring up La Follette. And right now, Farmer may be on a short leash here if he didn't get another out in the inning. Only 1 away, not 2, as La Follette will step to the plate. And here's a visit again to Farmer. Will they go to their bullpen? Zuberry had thrown earlier today, and check and see if Farmer is okay. Now, no sign that they're going that way, and now they'll make the change. So Farmer's done. We have a pitching change now for the Lions. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming up in a moment. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners.
Well, Malik Zuberry will come in. We saw him earlier today through to just 2 hitters against Rose Holman. He is a right-hander out of Cincinnati. The senior now will come in and inherit 2 runners on base, and Tyler La Follette has struck out 3 times. All of those coming against Farmer, the starter, and Farmer in danger now losing his first game. Now depends on what happens right here. Can the Spartans squeeze across a run here in the bottom half of inning number 7? See the catcher Bowman out to talk to Zuberi and make sure they're set, ready to go.
Coming to the plate, the right fielder,
Riley
number
at second
3,
base.
Tyler LaFollette.
And again, Zarensky at first. Here's LaFollette. So now the right-hander Zuberi looking into Bowman will come set. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. Zuberi now gets the sign from Bowman. Check of the runner at second base. And the pitch. That one way over the head of LaFollette. 1 ball and 1 strike. Zuberi's ERA coming into today's action at 7.52. So he will give up runs. 1 ball, 1 strike now to LaFollette. Zuberi comes set again and look at the runner at second base. And he'll come home with a pitch and a breaking ball. LaFollette out in front. And it's 1-2. Riley at second base. Zarensky down at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now to LaFollette. The stretch and the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Big pitch right here for Zuberi. And the Lions trying to win this game here tonight and move on to tomorrow's. That one is hit foul. That pitch coming inside against LaFollette. He'll foul that one off his inside foot, and it will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's a big opportunity for Zuberi, but again, LaFollette, chance to get the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch on the way, that's low. Bowman able to block that one and knock it down. We'll go to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Zuberi once again set to throw. Here's the pitch. Runners take off, and it's high for ball 4. So bases are loaded now for Schultz. Schultz this afternoon, 1 for 3, a run scored. He singled in the 6th inning. And Bowman out to talk to Zuberi once again.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Chad Schultz.
Now Schultz steps to the plate. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Trying to give Manchester the lead. Tied at 2 apiece. The stretch by Zuberi and the pitch got him swinging on a breaking ball. No balls and a strike. This is the first time in this game that the Spartans have gotten the bases loaded. 7 hits. Now for the Spartans, they'd love to get 8 right here. Zuberi will come set. Will check both runners at second and third, and that breaking ball in there for a strike. And Schultz behind at 0-2. Zewberry shakes off the first couple of signs, now ready to go. And the 0-2 pitch popped up foul down the right field line, and that will go out of play. We'll stay at 0-2. Now a guessing game on what you'll see right here. If you're Schultz, I'm probably thinking something breaking pitch. Zewberry got him swinging on the first one. Let's see if Zewberry will go back to that pitch again. The stretch as he'll come set at the belt, taking a long look down at third, and here's the pitch on the way. Well, it was a breaking ball, but that went over the head of Schultz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zewberry, one of those guys who's not a fast worker. We have seen that a lot from this Mount St. Joe pitching staff. They don't work very quick. Often wonder how many sets of signs they see from their catcher Bowman before they finally get the one they want. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one swung on by Schultz, and that would have been ball number 2. That's a big strikeout for Zewberry. And here is Eric Nepper.
Now batting the left fielder, number 4, Eric Nepper.
I would imagine Schultz would agree that was not a good at bat. Nepper singled and scored in the 6th inning. Boy, and this would be big for Zewberry to get out of here, leaving the bases loaded. Riley and Zarensky are still farmers. This one hit well into center field, and coming over the center fielder is Hawkins to make the catch on the run, and he just took away at least a double by Nepper. And Manchester will leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We will head to the top of inning number 8.
No runs
on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We're tied at 2 apiece.
It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770. Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
Well, Spartans had their chance. Bases loaded. Could not score in the bottom of inning number 7. So now it'll be Hunter, Schaefer, and Hogan here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Nathan Hunter.
Hunter 1 for 3. That pitch low and outside. Looks like we may have a new pitcher as well, as there's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one hit foul. So the count 1-2. The pitch on the way, ground ball toward the shortstop, Riley. He will charge and throw in another low throw, dug out by Zarensky, and there's one away. And here's Schaefer. By the way, Corey Ferguson, the new pitcher now for Manchester out of Fort Wayne Northrop. He is a senior.
Second baseman, number 3, Simon Schaefer.
So one away is Ferguson, ready to throw again. Ground ball toward the third baseman, Clark. He'll have a long throw and made that one easily, 2 away. And here's Garrett Hogan. So Penarski will go 7 innings.
The designated hitter, number 15, Garrett Hogan.
And now up to Ferguson as Hogan steps up. The pitch on the way is up high. 1 ball, no strikes. That one hit well, and that's going to fall in for a base hit to left field. So Hogan, a 2-out single. His first base hit. And here's Bowman. Hit number 5 now by the Lions. Bowman had a double back in the second inning.
Bowman.
He is 1 for 3. By the way, Ferguson, try to get a couple of numbers on him as the right-hander here in the 8th inning hits him. Ow, and that Bowman takes one right on the shoulder. So now runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Browning. Ferguson making his 23rd appearance, 7-3 with an ERA of 6.51.
Coming to the plate, the right fielder,
And
number
we're
10,
waiting on Nick Browning to make his way. Browning 1 for 3 with a run scored. Browning in no hurry to get up there, apparently. Not sure where he's kicking around there. There's no dirt around the box. It's all turf. So Browning in with runners at first and second as Ferguson will come set. Here's the pitch, and it's a breaking ball up high. 1 ball, no strikes. And we saw Manchester unable to squeeze a run across. We'll see what Mount St. Joe can do here with another runner in scoring position. That pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. The stretch again by Ferguson. Here's the pitch. Way outside, 3-0. Center fielder Schultz shaded a little bit toward left. Nepper playing it deep in left field. Here's the delivery on the way. 4 straight, and Browning walks to load the bases. Here's Hawkins.
Now batting the center fielder,
Hawkins
number
0 for
7,
2.
Kyrie Hawkins.
Did have a sacrifice back in the 5th inning. As Ferguson set to go on the left-handed hitter, and the pitch is outside. And well, right now we're seeing Ferguson struggling, and the catcher, Pritz, will go out and talk with him, try to settle him down. Right-hander throwing now in the Manchester bullpen. Now Ferguson. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Right down the middle for a strike as Hawkins taking all the way. Ferguson will come set. The pitch. Another one in there for a strike. Hawkins. That's a pretty good pitch to watch. Now you find yourself in a hole at 1-2. Here's the delivery on the way. It's outside. Pritz was setting to the outside. And we'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Time called now by Hawkins. Base is loaded after getting the first 2 outs Here in the top of the 8th inning, Ferguson with the pitch and a breaking ball and got him looking. Boy, Hawkins never even got the bat off his shoulder. And much like what we saw in the bottom of the 7th inning,
3 runners left on base.
Mount St. Joe does the same thing in the top of the 8th. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 2. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Championship.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994.
Well, both teams leaving the bases loaded in key situations. You saw Manchester do that in the bottom of the 7th inning, and for whatever reason, as that ball almost took the head off of Zuberry on the throw to second base. But then Mount St. Joe did the same thing in the top of the 8th inning as they left the bases loaded. And how Hawkins didn't swing the bat, I have no idea why. Here's Gallatin. Gallatin doubled in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. Now Zuberry, who almost got decapitated a little bit ago, set to throw, and that ball hit to the third baseman, Werner. Throw to first, and the tag laid on. Good job at first base by Rothwell to hold on and lay on the tag, and Gallatin is out number 1. And that'll bring up Kevin Clark.
At the plate,
we have seen
number 12,
several times here in this tournament where the first baseman, they do a great job of getting that tag laid on those wide throws from either the shortstop or the third baseman. Clark will step in, a hit today as he'll take that pitch for a strike. Bottom half of inning number 8. And you can't say that neither team has had chances. The pitch, hit foul. Winner of this again will play Earlham tomorrow at noon. It'll be double elimination tomorrow, so whoever comes out of this will have to beat the Quakers twice on their home field. No balls and 2 strikes. Zuberry with a pitch. That's way outside. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't think the Quakers really care who they play in tomorrow's championship game. The stretch and the pitch. Got him. Clark will strike out for the second time. And with 2 away, here is Matt Pritz, unless we have a change, and we will. So a pinch hitter will be coming in now for the Spartans. Saw this young man earlier today as Lucas Graman out of Lawrenceburg, played at East Central High School.
Now,
so Graman will hit in the number 8 hole.
Graman.
So Graman steps in, and Zuberry set to go to work. And And the right-hander's pitch on the way is a breaking ball that's low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gallatin will undoubtedly move back behind the plate. We've seen him there earlier today as that pitch a called strike. And it's all even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Zuber gets the sign from Bowman as he comes set. Here's the pitch. This one lifted into center field. Should be a routine play for Hawkins. He'll make the catch. And that'll do it for the Spartans in the bottom of the 8th inning. Again, nothing decided as we will move the top half of inning number 9. We're tied at 2 apiece. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond. Or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
Well, the Lions will move to the top of the 9th inning. We're tied at 2 apiece. Ferguson back in for the Spartans. It'll be Hoffman, Warner, and Rothwell.
Matt Hoffman.
Boy, you got to look back at those 2 big innings. Both teams had the bases loaded. Neither could score. The pitch is a strike. Hoffman singled. That's way back in the 1st inning. Ferguson with a late kick in the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Good movement on that fastball as Hoffman quickly behind at 0-2. Pitch low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's outside again. And we'll go to 2-2. Now the break-even pitch on the way, and that one got him. Hits him on the arm, and so Hoffman will head down to first base. And here's Drew Werner. Well, Werner will look to sacrifice, I'm sure, right here.
Number 11, Drew Werner.
Werner picked up his lone base hit, a double back in the 5th inning. So now Ferguson. Pitch is outside, and Werner was squaring to bunt. And it's 1-0. Still a right-hander throwing in the bullpen for Manchester, as here's the pitch again. Bunted third base side and a good bunt. Clark. His only play is at first base, so the sacrifice successful by Werner. And here's Rothwell. Boy, let's look back how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There have been 7 players in scoring position for Mount St. Joe, and they have not got any of them across the plate. This would be number 8 with Hoffman. That pitch in there for a strike. That is a ton. Players left on base. Rothwell, he is 0 for 4. The stretch by Ferguson, the pitch up high. And the count will go even, 1 ball and 1 strike. This time Ferguson will look the runner back at second. Ferguson gets the sign from Gallatin, his catcher, and that breaking ball stays up high. 2 balls and a strike. Rothwell back in as Ferguson throws, and this one is hit into left field. That's a base hit. Rounding third, they're going to send him home. Knepper throws to the plate. It's off the mark, and Mount St. Joe has taken the lead. There we're going to test the arm of Knepper in left field. And the Lions now take a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Rothwell driving in the go-ahead run with his first hit of the ball game. And here is Hunter.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Nathan Hunter.
Hunter 1 for 4, and now the Lions with a 1-run lead. That pitch in there for a strike. Mount St. Joe now with 6 base hits, none bigger than that one by Roman Rothwell. Time called now by Nathan Hunter. We saw Hunter hit an opposite field home run earlier today against Rose Holman. Quick talk with the third base coach, and there you see Nathan Hunter coming back. Boy, the hit batter for Hoffman. Boy, you think back again. Ferguson tried to throw inside on a 2-2 pitch. That's hit foul. Big cut by Hunter. You come too far inside, and boy, just got a piece of Hoffman. He ends up being the go-ahead run. Now the question is, will Zuberi throw in the bottom of the 9th inning? Here's the pitch. That one hit well, base hit. And that one gets away from Knepper, and that's going to be a huge error. Rothwell's going to score. That ball rolled all the way to the warning track, and the tag laid on at third, and he'll be out. So that'll be a base hit, and then an error on Knepper that enabled the run to score. But Hunter thrown out down at third base for out number 2. But that's a huge error, the 4th error by Manchester. Let's get everything set here on the board now.
Number 3, Simon Schaefer.
7th hit. And I'm not sure how Knepper unable to field that baseball, as now the Spartans are down by 2 here in the 9th inning. That pitch low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Schaefer. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air, but foul. Now leaving the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 2 runs across here in the top of inning number 9. Ferguson trying to get 1 more, and Spartans will go to work in the bottom of the 9th inning. That breaking ball stayed inside. 2 balls and a strike now to Schaefer. Rothwell hit the ball hard. Hunter hit the ball hard as well. That one hit toward the third baseman, Clark. He loses it, then throws to first. Tag laid on. Nope, they're going to say it's safe. Another error on the third baseman, Clark. Schaefer able to get underneath the tag at first base. Well, I tell you what, you're talking about another 5-error ball game by Manchester. They committed 5 errors earlier today against Earlham, and now we'll have a visit to the mound. And this certainly isn't Ferguson's fault. 10 errors on the day for the Spartans. Well, you got the ground ball you needed right there to get the out, but Clark is a converted third baseman. Able to knock the ball down, but the throw wide, and as much as Zarensky tried down at first base to lay that tag on, that was a pretty good effort by Schaefer to slide underneath the tag as the inning will continue. And it's been a disastrous half inning right now for Manchester. Here's Hogan. The pitch by Ferguson is grounded foul. No balls and a strike. Hogan singled in the 8th inning. The stretch and the pitch. Check swing. He did not go around as that pitch is outside. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Schaefer the lead at first. Here's the pitch up high, 2-1. This might be the last hitter that Ferguson will face if he doesn't get the out here. Right-hander comes set, the pitch on the way, and it caught the outside corner. I think Hogan thought that pitch was off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Ferguson comes set, will throw to first, and he nearly threw that one away. Two-away top of the 9th, Lions. The pitch hit foul. For the mistakes, you take advantage of the mistakes in a ball game, and that's what it has happened now after both teams had their chances, bases loaded opportunities, and neither one could get a run across, but now the Lions lead it by 2. That one will be tapped toward the third baseman, Clark. He'll have to hurry. Charges, throws, and boy, in time, but that was close. Hogan could have been safe on that play, but that's going to do it. As we will move to the bottom half of inning number 9 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. There you see it right there. Mount St. Joe 4. Manchester 2.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Well, the changes. Hogan will take over at shortstop, and now we will see the closer who got a save earlier today, Matt Hoffman. 8 saves on the year, will come in and try to shut the door here on the Spartans in the bottom of the 9th inning. Christian Smith will lead things off. And now Mount St. Joe 3 outs away from going to the championship round tomorrow and take on the host Earlham Quakers. Smith is 0 for 3. Hoffman gets the sign. Here's the pitch, and he comes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hoffman set to throw, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, Manchester, 5 errors in this game, 5 earlier today. Just can't emphasize the mistakes they've made. There's another cut and a miss. No matter how good you may be in the hitting department, if you can't field the baseball and certainly take advantages of other teams' mistakes as well, you're in a situation now of being eliminated as that pitch inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Those 5 errors, a lot to overcome, though. Earlier today, Hoffman went 1 2/3 innings, got the save in their win over Rose-Hulman. That pitch low and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hoffman set to throw on the pitch. And got him looking. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Back to the top of the order now, Braxton Riley. Now Manchester down to their final 2 outs. Riley, couple of base hits, a stolen base, but he's left stranded twice in scoring position. And Hoffman with a pitch, and that breaking ball stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes. As mentioned, Hoffman going for his 9th save of the year. Here's the 1-0. Well, that's a nice pitch. Count is even a 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way, and that went behind Riley, and I'm a little surprised that didn't hit him. I don't know how Riley got out of the way. 2-1. That'll wake you up awful fast. If you're not focused, that will get you refocused quickly. Here's your 2-1 pitch. Almost hit him again. 3-1. Taylor Zarensky standing on deck. He's hoping to get a runner on base and get a chance to get a big hit as that pitch is outside. So a 1-out walk given up to Riley. And here's Zarensky. Zarensky singled back in the first, walked in the third, grounded out in the 5th, and was hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. And now Hoffman with a runner on will work from the stretch. The right-hander comes set. Here's the pitch, and boy, he's not accurate right now. That one way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of inning number 9 here in this elimination game number 2 of the day. Defending champions Rose-Hulman eliminated earlier today by the Lions. The pitch. There's a strike. Hoffman, pretty good fastball, good movement right at the tail end. Pretty good velocity as well for the right-hander. Here's the pitch. That one hit toward the shortstop, gets by Hogan into left field. So Zarensky with his second base hit, and now the Spartans have runners at first and second. LaFala will step to the plate. 0 for 3 with a walk. He has struck out 3 times, all coming against Farmer. And we may have a pinch runner down at first base. And that's going to be the case as the Spartans will go with Alec Tresiak at first.
Alec Tresiak now pitch running at first base for the Spartans.
And a meeting at the mound now as Hoffman will bring the entire infield in. Bowman as well, the pitching coach for the Lions out there. And not only a defensive strategy and what they'll try to do right here, but how will they pitch? LaFollette
At the plate, the right fielder.
is again struck out 3 times, walked his last time up. And that was against Ferguson, who came in the 7th inning. Or take that back. The previous pitcher, which was the other right-hander, that was Zuberi. That pitch in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. Followed back in. Again, runners at first and second. The stretch by Ferguson. Hoppin, and the pitch is low and outside. And we're at 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoppin, a look in now to Bowman. Gets the sign, comes set, checks the runner at second, and the pitch grounded toward the shortstop. Hogan will get the force at second. The relay to first not in time, but they get the second out. As Hcac out at second base, and now the Spartans down to their final out of the 2017 seasons. We have 2 away. Followed will reach on the fielder's choice, and here is Chad Schultz. Schultz 1 for 4, singled in the 6th inning. Stretch again by Hoffman. And the pitch. Hit foul. That's a good cut by Schultz. No balls and a strike. Hoppin comes set. And the pitch. Breaking ball, hit foul, and now the Spartans down to their final strike. 0-2 to Schultz. Spartans the number 2 seed, and Mount St. Joe the number 3 seed. Hoppin gets the sign. Bowman on the outside corner. The pitch on the way, and it's up high. Pretty good location, but just a little bit high out of the zone. 1-2. Hoppin looks in. It gets the sign once again. Runners at first and third. The stretch. And the pitch, grounded toward the shortstop, Hogan, and he'll make the play to Schaefer, and that'll do it. So the Lions have done it. They have won over the number 2 seed Spartans. They beat them after losing yesterday 7-6. They win this one here today by a final of 4-2. We'll put a wrap on it coming up in a moment. This is the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Well, the Lions, the number 3 seed, they win it here in the elimination round as they beat Manchester by a final of 4-2. The championship round tomorrow noon. It'll be Earlham and Mount St. Joe. If the Lions happen to win that game over the number 1 seed, Quakers will play an if necessary game tomorrow at 3:30. But Mount St. Joe with a win, 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Manchester, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 5 errors as the Lions win and advance to tomorrow. Thanks for being with us. This has been the 2017 HCAC Baseball Tournament on Radio Troy Digital Sports.